Join me as I dive into the creepy world of black-eyed children to see if I can find out if they're real or just an urban legend. Black-eyed children, also known as Becks, are a paranormal phenomenon that has been fascinating and terrifying people for decades. They're often described as kids with pale skin, messy hair, and most noticeably, black eyes. Some say they're aliens, others claim they're demons, and a few believe they're just lost souls. But one thing's for sure, they're unsettling, and people who've encountered them can't shake off the feeling of dread. There's something deeply unnerving about the idea of encountering a child with eyes as black as coal, dressed in tattered clothes and possessing an aura of eeriness. It's no wonder people who've seen them can't help but feel a chill run down their spines. The encounters are often described as feeling like being in the presence of pure malevolence, leaving witnesses shaken and traumatized. Imagine being alone at night, and suddenly you're face to face with a child who seems to be staring into your very soul. These encounters often follow a similar pattern. People claim to have seen the children knocking on doors, usually late at night, asking to come in or be let in. Their voices are often described as monotone, lacking any emotion, and their words are usually strange and cryptic. If you're unlucky enough to encounter one, be prepared for a lifetime of nightmares. The encounters are not limited to just one region or country. There are reports of black-eyed children from all over the world. It's as if they're everywhere, watching and waiting. And what's even more terrifying is that no one knows what they want or what their ultimate goal is. The history of black-eyed children folklore dates back to the 1950s, with reports of encounters popping up in the United States, Europe, and even Asia. One of the most famous accounts comes from a Texas Ranger named Alan Walker, who claimed to have seen a black-eyed child in the 1950s. Walker described the child as having hypnotic powers and said that he felt an intense sense of fear and dread in its presence. Over the years, more reports have surfaced, each one more terrifying than the last. There's the story of a woman who claimed to have seen a group of black-eyed children playing in her backyard, completely silent and still, as if they were waiting for something. Or the account of a man who said he saw a black-eyed child standing in his bedroom, staring at him with an unblinking gaze. One of the most famous cases is that of Brian Bethel, a journalist who claims to have encountered two black-eyed children in a parking lot in the 1990s. Bethel said that the children asked him for a ride, and when he refused, they became agitated and aggressive. He described their eyes as black as coal and said that he felt a sense of pure evil emanating from them. But perhaps the most chilling account is that of a woman who claimed to have seen a black-eyed child in her own home, standing over her sleeping child. She said that the child was staring at her with an unblinking gaze, as if it was waiting for the perfect moment to strike. The woman was so terrified that she didn't sleep for weeks, fearing that the black-eyed child would return. The story sends chills down the spine and makes you wonder, are black-eyed children real? Or are they just a product of our collective imagination, a manifestation of our deepest fears? As we recap the key points discussed, it's hard not to feel a sense of unease. Black-eyed children may be an urban legend, but the fear they inspire is very real. Whether you believe they're real or not, one thing's for sure, they're a fascinating and terrifying topic that continues to capture our imagination. So, what do you think? Do you believe black-eyed children are real, or are they just a creepy urban legend? Let me know in the comments below. And if you're new here, consider subscribing for more videos on supernatural phenomena. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.